Very good morning to all and welcome back to our course of control system. So in the last lecture we discussed in detail about the theoretical aspect which we need to consider in order to obtain the reduced version of block diagram if a control system is represented by some pictorial view. So we discussed in detail about the concept of block diagram. So it is nothing but a pictorial representation of a control system where each and every block is going to be represented, or each and every component of a system is going to be represented by certain set of blocks, and each block is going to define some mathematical uh, function, or sometimes it may define some constant parameter in the form of gain. And then we discussed in detail about the concept of input, output, then what is the meaning of forward path, what is the meaning of feedback path, and then we also apply a simple logic in order to obtain the transfer function of any closed loop control system. So in that particular example we discussed that h of s indicate the feedback path gain, then g of s indicate the forward path gain, and then we apply a common logic, and finally we got the equation like the transfer function of any closed loop control system is indicated like this: g of s upon 1 plus minus g of s into h of s, where this g of s indicate the forward path gain and this h of s indicate the feedback path gain. And depending upon the nature of feedback signal, whether it is positive or negative, we need to take plus minus sign over here. For example, if the nature of feedback signal is negative, then in that case we need to take positive sign in the denominator polynomial function. In the same way, if the nature of feedback signal is positive, then in that case we need to take negative sign in the denominator polynomial function. Then in the last lecture we also discussed some rules which we need to implement in order to obtain the reduced version of block diagram. For example, if you have the representation of control system in the form of block diagram, and suppose if you are interested to calculate its transfer function by reducing the given control system by a single block, then in that case we need to apply the concept of block diagram reduction technique. So we discussed some 7 to 8, I think we discussed some 10 rules which plays an important role in order to obtain the reduced version of a given control system. That means to obtain the transfer function of a given control system by applying the technique of block diagram reduction technique, BDRT. So we know that when two or more than two blocks are connected in series, then their effective equivalent gain is nothing but the product of gain of individual, what we can say, gain of each block. In the same way, if two or more than gains are connected in parallel combination, then in that case we need to add the individual gain. In the same way, we discussed in detail about how to apply the concept of associate law in case of two summing point. We can have the flexibility to split a single summing point into two or more than two depending upon our requirement. Then we also discussed what will happen, or how to shift a takeoff point before a block, after a block, or you can say summing point before a block or after a block. So finally we conclude that we are having two different rules indicated by short form SBI, or you can say TI. So when we apply SBI means what? When a summing point is shifted before a block, we need to add inverse block gain at a summing point. In the same way, TI stand for when a takeoff point is shifting after a block, we need to add inverse block gain at a takeoff point. So these are some uh, easy, what we can say, technique to remember what we need to implement when a summing point is shifted after a block, or when a takeoff point is shifted before a block, or vice versa. So in this lecture, let us try to solve some numerical on BDRT, that is block diagram reduction technique, and our objective is to obtain the overall transfer function of a given control system if it is represented in the form of block diagram. So the first numerical of today's lecture is like this. So the statement is: determine the value of transfer function of a given control system whose block diagram is given to us. That means block diagram of control system is available with us, and our objective is to find out its overall transfer function. So how to find its overall transfer function? So let us consider that the block diagram representation of a system is given to us. This indicates the summing point, and here we are having reference input signal R of s with nature positive. Then we have another summing point like this, and then we have first block gain indicated by symbol G1, then another block gain indicated by symbol G2, and then here we are having some block gains like G3, and let me rub this. Yeah, then here one more block gain which is connected in this fashion. This indicate G4. Somewhere over here another block gain which indicates G5, and the output of each block gain is coupled at this summing point with positive value, and then we have another block gain of value G6, and finally we are calculating output at this point C of s. And then in between first and second block we have a takeoff point which is basically used to take a feedback signal, and this H1 indicates the gain of feedback path with negative sign, and somewhere over here we are having minus sign, and this is H2 which is connected somewhere over here after this summing point and before this block gain G6, so somewhere over here like this, and the flow of signal is in this way. So this is what the block diagram of control system is given to us, and our objective is to determine the transfer function of this system via block diagram reduction technique. So how to solve this numerical? So in order to solve numerical on block diagram reduction technique, first of all we need to identify by observation whether the blocks are connected in series combination, or you can say parallel combination, or we need to apply the concept of elimination of closed loop, or we need to shift summing point after a block or before a block, or you can say takeoff point after a block or before a block, in order to reduce or modify this particular structure, so that our objective is to find the overall transfer function. That means in order to calculate the value of overall transfer function, our final objective is we want to replace this entire system by a single block to which we applied some input which is nothing but R of s, and finally the output is nothing but C of s. So whatever the mathematical function available inside this block, this indicate your transfer function. So this is what our final objective is. We want to represent this particular system in a single block. That's why this technique is called as block diagram reduction technique. So in order to reduce this system, we need to apply some rule, and those rules we have already studied in our previous lecture. So let us apply those rules one by one in order to obtain the reduced version of this given control system. So let us divide the entire board in two sections. So first of all, by observation we need to identify whether the blocks are connected in series or in parallel. Now I told you that blocks are said to be in series when they are connected back to back and they do not have any summing point, or you can say takeoff point in between them. Then we can say that those two blocks or those three blocks are connected in series combination. So if you observe the connection of this block G1 and G2, they are not in series. Why? Because though they are connected back to back, but they are having a takeoff point in between them. So कहने का मतलब है कि G1 G2 series में नहीं हो सकते. Now let us try to examine whether these three blocks are connected in parallel combination. Now if you see the connection of G3, G4 and G5 block, all the three blocks are connected in parallel configuration. So definitely here we need to apply rule number 2 in order to convert this particular combination into a single block. And when three or more than three, or you can say two or more than two blocks are connected in parallel combination, so the resultant is nothing but the addition of block gain of individual block by considering their nature. So here if you see the nature of input signal flowing through this path or through this path or through this path, all are nothing but positive. सो अल्टीमेटली अगर आप इस पर्टिकुलर कॉम्बिनेशन को एक सिंगल ब्लॉक से रिप्रेजेंट करोगे, सो इन दैट केस वी नीड टू रिप्रेजेंट a single block which indicate the overall gain as G3 plus G4 plus G5. Rest of the thing is as it is. So step number 1 is we need to identify whether the blocks are connected in series or they are connected in parallel. So here we examine that these two are not in series और इसके अलावा कोई भी series में नहीं है. If you see G2 and G3 they are not in series because they are having a third part in between them which carry some value of signal. In the same way, if you observe the connections of G3, G4, G5, they are exactly connected in parallel. So what we need to do in step number 1, we are going to apply our rule number 2 where blocks are connected in parallel combination. So I am writing here solution. So solving blocks G3, G4 and G5 in parallel combination. So when you solve G3, G4, G5 in parallel combination, the resultant block gain is given by, it is nothing but the addition of individual block gain with their sign. So here all are positive. So here we are writing G3 plus G4 plus G5. कहने का मतलब है कि ये तीनों की तीनों जो ब्लॉक है वो पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन में और इनका जो रिजल्टेंट रहेगा वो इनका एडिशन रहेगा. तो अब हम क्या करेंगे, वी आर गोइंग टू modify this particular structure or we are going to reduce this particular structure. In that case we are not going to replace or we are not going to represent these three blocks, but this entire structure is going to be replaced by a single block और वो block के अंदर में जो gain रहेगा वो कितना रहेगा, G3 plus G4 plus G5 का addition रहेगा. So modified structure of given control system is given by, what will be the modified structure? Here we need to rub this and instead of indicating these three blocks which are in parallel, we are going to now represent them by a single block with a gain exactly equal to G3 plus G4 plus G5. So I am modifying the structure over here itself. So ये ड्रॉ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. अब इसके जगह हमारे पास में एक सिंगल ब्लॉक गेन आएगा. Rest of the thing is as it is and the value of block gain is exactly equal to G3 plus G4 plus G5. So this is what the output of our first step. That means first of all we have identified that these three blocks are connected in parallel combination and then we apply rule number 2 of BDRT in order to represent them by a single block of gain exactly equal to the addition of individual block gain with their sign. So all are positive, that's why G3 plus G4 plus G5. Now again we need to observe the technique whether they are in series or you can say in parallel combination. Now again G1 and G2 are not in series combination because we are having a tapping of feedback path over here. But if you observe the connection of this block and this block, G2 and this block, they are now in series combination because they are connected back to back and they do not have any summing point or takeoff point in between them. So here in step number 2 we are going to replace this combination by a single block where the equivalent block gain is nothing but a product of individual block gain. So here the gain of this block is G2 whereas the gain of this block is nothing but G3 plus G4 plus G5. So next step में क्या करेंगे, ये दोनों के दोनों एक में के सीरीज में है. So in that case the equivalent, for example if you are interested to replace this combination by a single block gain, so in that case we need to take G2 multiplied by this entire block gain, that's it. So here step number 2, solving G2 and G3 plus G4 plus G5 blocks in series combination. So when you apply the logic of series combination between this block and this block, the modified structure, modified structure is given by, so you have to draw the modified structure before this, below this line, but because of space consideration I am modifying the structure over here itself, but आपको इसके बाद वो draw करना पड़ेगा. So here these two blocks are in series combination, and I told you that when the blocks are connected in series combination, we need to obtain the equivalent block gain as the product of individual block gain. So here G2 in series with G3 plus G4 plus G5, so it is simply the multiplication of this gain and this block gain. So I am modifying the structure like this. So here we are having a single block gain, rest of the thing is as it is, and the value of gain inside this block is nothing but the multiplication of your G2 in bracket rest of the gain, which is nothing but G3 plus G4 plus G5. So in this way we reduced the series combination and represent them by a single block gain. Now let us try to examine the combination of the blocks, whether they are in series or in parallel, or we need to apply some different rules over here to find out the modified structure. So if you observe this structure, it is nothing but a closed loop. If you observe this structure, it is nothing but a closed loop where this G1 indicate the forward path gain, this H1 indicate a feedback path gain with a negative sign, and this is nothing but your summing point. That means we are in the position to eliminate this structure, or you can say this closed loop, by a single block. Here we need to apply rule number 3 of BDRT, elimination of block diagram, what we can say, elimination of your closed loop. It may be rule number 3 or it may be rule number 4, but the thing is that we need to apply elimination of closed loop over here. So this is nothing but your closed loop where G1 indicate forward path gain, H1 indicate your feedback path gain. So if you apply elimination of closed loop rule over here, we can replace this particular closed loop by a single block gain, where the value of gain inside that block is nothing but G of s upon 1 plus G of s into H of s. Why plus? Because the nature of feedback signal is minus. So we can write this as G of s upon 1 plus G of s into H of s. But the value of G of s is G1 and H of s is H1. So the answer is G1 upon 1 plus G1 into H1. So next step is, so this is nothing but our step 1, and this will be your step number 2. Then step number 3, apply elimination of closed loop between G1 and H1 block. So if you apply elimination of closed loop between G1 and H1 block, we can write here as modified structure is given by, so what will be the modified structure? Here I am writing the transfer function of closed loop is nothing but G1 whole divided by 1 plus G1 into H1. So why I have written here plus? Because if you see the nature of feedback signal in closed loop, it is nothing but minus. That's why we need to take here as plus sign. Already we have derived that expression, or you can say derivation for this expression. In the same way, G1 indicate your forward path gain and H1 indicate your feedback path gain. Now what we need to do? The modified structure is nothing but like this, in which we need to remove this entire closed loop and we need to replace this closed loop by a single block gain whose value is exactly equal to G1 whole divided by 1 plus G1 into H1. So the modified structure you need to draw before this, below this line, but I am modifying in the same diagram itself. So like this. This is the summing point, and somewhere over here we are having a block of gain exactly equal to G1 whole divided by 1 plus G1 into H1. Rest of the thing is as it is. So this is nothing but the reduced version of our given control system after step number 3. Now again we need to identify whether they are in series, parallel, or we need to apply the concept of elimination of closed loop, and then finally our objective is to find out the overall transfer function of this control system. So ultimately फाइनल आंसर आपका कब कंप्लीट होगा, जब आपके पास में एक सिंगल ब्लॉक रहेगा गिवन कंट्रोल सिस्टम का. Now if you observe, these two blocks are exactly in series. Why? Because they are connected back to back and they do not have any third path in between them. It may be in the form of summing point, it may be in the form of takeoff point, or it may be in the form of some feedback signal. But if you observe these two, they are not in series. Why? Because we have a takeoff point in between them. And here if you apply the combination of blocks when they are connected in series combination. So this is our step number 4. So here I am writing solving blocks G1 whole divided by 1 plus G1 H1 and this block G2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 in series combination. Hence modified structure is given by. So you need to draw the modified structure below this line. So what will be the modified structure? Here these two blocks are in series combination, so definitely we need to multiply block gain of individual block. So the gain of this block is G1 upon 1 plus G1 into H1, and the gain of this block is G2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5. So it is simply the multiplication of these two. So instead of drawing this, now we need to draw a single block like this, whose gain will be the product of this block and that block. So it is G1 upon 1 plus G1 into H1 whole multiplied by that G2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5, like that. Or you can multiply or simply write this as a combination like this, whole divided by denominator will remain same, 1 plus G1 into H1, but in numerator we are having G1 in bracket G2 then bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5, like this. Or simply it is nothing but G1 into G2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5. They are nothing but the same thing. Now again we need to apply the technique, whether they are in series or you can say in parallel, or we need to apply elimination of closed loop. So ultimately our objective is to find the overall transfer function of this particular system. That means we want to replace or represent this particular system by a single block only. Now if you identify the structure very carefully, you will observe that this section indicate a closed loop, where this entire term indicate your forward path gain, which is nothing but G of S. This indicate your feedback path gain, which is nothing but H of S, and the nature of feedback signal is negative. So here we are having G of S, here we are having H of S, and this indicate your closed loop. That means we need to apply rule number 3, elimination of closed loop. So here this G of S is nothing but your G1 into G2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 whole divided by 1 plus G1 into H1. So this entire term indicate your forward path gain. H of S is nothing but your H2, and the nature of feedback signal is negative. So if you want to replace this closed loop by a single block, so in that block we need to write gain as G of S upon 1 plus G of S into H of S. Why plus? Because the nature of feedback signal is negative. So it is nothing but G of S whole divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S, where the value of G of S is this entire term and the value of H of S is nothing but your H2. So this will be your step number 5. So step number 5, apply elimination of closed loop between, now in between which two block we need to apply this, what we can say, logic. So between g of s, where g of s is nothing but g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into h1, and h of s, where the value of h of s is nothing but h2. So if you apply the logic over here, the transfer function of that gain, which indicate the transfer function of your closed loop system, is given by, it is g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Now why I have mentioned plus? Because the nature of feedback signal is minus. So here the value of this g of s is nothing but this entire term. So it is going to be g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into h1. So this indicate your g of s whole divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So g of s means we need to repeat the entire term. So it is g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into h1 multiplied by h of s, and the value of h of s is nothing but h2. That's it. Now if you make a simple arrangement over here, if you multiply numerator and denominator by 1 plus g1 into h1, so you will get in numerator, this will get cancelled, you will get g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5, and here 1 multiplied by this, so it is 1 plus g1 into h1, then plus this will get cancelled, and here you will have g1 into g2 into h2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5. So this indicate the transfer function of a gain of a block which we need to replaced by this closed loop combination. So now what we need to do, we need to replace this closed loop by a gain of block exactly equal to, or we need to replace this particular system by a block of gain exactly equal to this value. So I am modifying the system like this. The thing is that you need to modify and redraw the structure over here. So I am modifying the entire system in the same figure. Rest of the thing is as it is. So here now we are having a block which we have replaced by a closed loop system, and the gain inside this block is nothing but this entire term, which is nothing but g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into h1, and then plus g1 g2 h2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5, and this is going to be connected to this block. Now it is very simple. This block and this block, they are exactly in series combination. So definitely the last step, or you can say step number 6. So step number 6 is solving blocks. So here I am writing step number 6, solving blocks. Now which are the two blocks? First one is g1 g2 in bracket g3 g4 g5 whole divided by 1 plus g1 h1, then plus g1 g2 into h1, sorry, it is h2 in bracket g3 plus g4 plus g5, and this block G6 in series combination. So when you solve these two blocks in series combination, the modified structure, or you can say the final structure, because if you replace these two blocks by a single block, that itself indicate your final answer, which is nothing but the overall transfer function. So I am writing here overall transfer function of given control system is, so it is nothing but the multiplication of this block gain and this block gain. So it is simply G1 G2 into G6, rest of the thing is as it is. So it is G1 into G2 into this G6 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 whole divided by 1 plus G1 into H1 and then plus G1 G2 into H2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5. So this indicate the final transfer function of our control system whose block diagram is given to us. So now instead of drawing this, I am going to replace this by a single block gain like this. So now we are having only single block of the entire structure like this. So here the input is R of S and the overall output is C of S, and inside this we need to write this entire function, which is nothing but G1 G2 G6 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 whole divided by 1 plus G1 into H1 then plus G1 G2 H2 in bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5. So this indicate the overall transfer function of a given control system. So in this way you can have the flexibility to solve numerical on block diagram reduction technique. The thing is that first of all we need to identify by observation whether they are connected in series combination or they are connected in parallel combination, or whether we need to apply the concept of elimination of closed loop, and then we need to step by step solve the given question so that our objective is to obtain the overall transfer function. So ultimately we want to represent the given control system into this particular fashion. So this is our final answer. So finally we can conclude that the transfer function of a given control system is this, and this indicate your block diagram reduction technique concept. Now let us try to solve one more numerical on BDRT, where again our objective is to obtain the overall transfer function of a given control system, and for that again we are having some representation of a control system in the form of a block diagram. So let us try to solve second numerical of today's lecture. So numerical number 2, and in this numerical again we are having some representation of control system via block diagram like this. So here we are having a summing point to which we applied some reference input signal with positive sign, and then another summing point like this, and then here we are having first block gain G1 followed by second block gain G2, and then we are having the block gain like this indicate your G3, and to this we are having another block gain indicate G4, and here we are having a summing point, both are positive, and then here we are having controlled output C of S, and then here we are having a feedback signal H1 with negative value, and it is connected in between these two like this, and another feedback signal of value equal to H2, and it is connected over here like this. So this is our second numerical, where this indicate first summing point, second summing point, G1, G2, G3, G4 H1 and H2 both are with negative nature. These two indicate your gain of feedback path with negative sign. R of S indicate your reference input, and C of S indicate the controlled output. And our objective is to find the transfer function of a given control system using block diagram reduction technique. So how to solve this? Again, we need to apply the same technique over here. First of all, we need to observe whether they are connected in series combination or they are connected in parallel combination. Now if you see these two block gain, they are connected in series because they are connected back to back and they do not have any summing point or take up point in between them. So we can reduce this to by solving these two block in series combination. That means we need to apply rule number 1 of BDRT. In the same way, if you observe these two G3 and G4, they are again connected in parallel combination. So we can apply rule number 2 and we can replace this particular by a single block. So you can write two different steps for each, or you can merge them and redefine the structure only by a single step in which both the what we can say technique you can apply simultaneously. That means in step 1 you can write this like solving G1 and G2 in series combination, so effective is G1 into G2. In the same way solving G3 and G4 in parallel, so effective is G3 plus G4 and the modified structure is given directly. वैसा भी आप कर सकते हैं, या फिर अगर आपको लगता है कि स्टेप बाय स्टेप जाना है तो स्टेप 1 में आप पहले इनको सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन में सॉल्व करो, देन मॉडिफाइड द स्ट्रक्चर, then in step number 2 write G3 solving G3 and G4 in parallel and the equivalent is G3 plus G4, and then modify the structure and redraw the structure. So it totally depends upon you. So I want you to solve step by step. So solution for this, step number 1. So here by observation we observe that these two blocks are in series combination. So I am writing here solving blocks G1 and G2 in series combination. Therefore, the resultant block gain G of S is nothing but G1 into G2. So, if you redraw the structure, or you can say modified structure is given by, so what will be the modification? Instead of drawing these two, we are now going to replace them by a single block of gain exactly equal to G1 into G2. Why G1 into G2? Because these two blocks are connected in series combination, and we know that when the blocks are in series combination, their effective gain is nothing but the product of gain of individual block. In the same way, step number 2. Now these two blocks are in parallel. So here I am writing solving blocks G3 and G4 in parallel combination. Hence the resultant gain G of S is nothing but we need to add them with their nature. So here both the magnitude of both the signals are positive, so it is G3 plus G4. So modified structure is given by, and we need to draw the modified structure below this line, but I am drawing over here. So here we need to replace them by a block of gain exactly equal to this, which is nothing but G3 plus G4. Now let us try to examine whether they are in series or parallel, or we need to apply some other rule. So these two are not in series because they are having a takeoff point in between them. But if you observe this portion, so this indicate your what? Closed loop, where G1 into G2 is nothing but your G of S, which indicate your forward path gain, H1 indicate your feedback path gain. So here we are in a position to apply rule number 3 of BDRT, which is nothing but elimination of closed loop. So step number 3, apply elimination of closed loop in between G of S into H of S, where G of S is nothing but your G1 into G2 and H of S is nothing but H1. Therefore, the transfer function is nothing but g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Now why here I have mentioned plus? Because the nature of feedback signal is minus. So transfer function is nothing but g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s, but g of s is nothing but g1 into g2. So directly I am writing here transfer function is nothing but g1 into g2 upon 1 plus g1 into g2 into h1, g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s, where g of s is nothing but g1 into g2 and h of s is nothing but your h1. So modified structure is given by, again you need to draw the modified structure below this line, but here I am modifying the structure over here itself. So the structure is something like this. So now instead of drawing the closed loop, we are going to replace them by a single block of gain exactly equal to g1 into g2 upon 1 plus g1 into g2 into h1, like this. Now again check whether they are connected in series or parallel combination. Now see here, these two blocks are in series combination. So what will be the step number 4? Step number 4 is solving this block gain and this block gain in series combination. So solving blocks in series combination, or you can here define which two blocks you are going to solve in series combination. So the transfer function is given by, these two are in series combination, so we need to multiply the block gain of individual blocks. So here it is nothing but g1 into g2 whole divided by 1 plus g1 g2 into h1 multiplied by g3 plus g4. So modified structure is given by, modified structure is given by, what will be the modification? Simply we need to multiply them. So the modified structure is like this. So it is simply the multiplication of these two now. So here we are having g3 plus g4, and in denominator we are having 1 plus g1 g2 into h1. Now see whether they are in series, parallel, or we need to apply some different technique over here. Now if you observe this structure very carefully, here this indicate your closed loop structure. This entire gain indicate your forward path gain, which is nothing but g of s, and this indicate your feedback path gain, which is nothing but h of s, and the nature of feedback signal is again negative. So here if you want to replace them by a single block, we need to apply rule number 3 of BDRT, which is nothing but elimination of closed loop, where the forward path gain is nothing but g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into g2 into h1, and the feedback gain is nothing but your h of s. So this is, I think, the last step of this numerical. Step number 5, apply elimination of closed loop between g of s, where the value of g of s is nothing but g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into g2 multiplied by h1 and h of s, where the value of h of s is nothing but h2. So the transfer function is g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. That's it. So what we need to do, instead of writing g of s, we need to replace this g of s by this particular term and h of s by h2. So it is something like that, g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 whole divided by 1 plus g1 g2 into h1. This is your g of s whole divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So again we need to write the same term, g1 g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 whole divided by 1 plus g1 g2 into h1 multiplied by h of s, and the value of h of s is nothing but h2. That's it. So what we need to do, we need to solve the value for transfer function. So here I am writing transfer function is nothing but, so transfer function, or you can say overall transfer function, because this is the last step. So instead of writing transfer function, I am writing here as overall transfer function of the system is nothing but, you need to solve that. So if you multiply numerator denominator by 1 plus g1 g2 into h1, they will get cancelled. So here we are having answer g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 whole divided by 1 plus g1 g2 into h1, this is in one bracket, plus g1 cancel हो जाएगा, and here we are having g1 into g2 into h2 in bracket g3 plus g4. Let me check whether we have solved this correct one. Yeah, g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4, then here 1 से multiply होगा entire term, so 1 plus g1 into g2 into h1 plus both bracket will get cancelled out, we are having g1 g2 into h2 in bracket g3 plus g4. So this indicate your overall transfer function of a given control system. So what we need to do, the modified structure is something like this. So now we are going to replace the entire control system which was given to us by some set of block by a single block like this, and this indicate your final answer C of s, and inside this block we need to write a parametric function which indicate the overall transfer function of a given control system, which is nothing but g1 into g2 in bracket g3 plus g4 whole divided by 1 plus g1 into g2 into h1, then plus in bracket, or simply we need to write here as g1 g2 h2 in bracket g3 plus g4. So this indicate the transfer function of a given control system. So in this way we can have the flexibility to solve numerical on block diagram reduction technique. So in the next lecture we are going to solve some more numerical on BDRT, where we need to apply rule number 5, 6, 7, 8. That means how to shift the position of your summing point after a block or a before a block, or in the same way we are going to shift the position of takeoff point before a block or after a block in order to reduce or in order to obtain the modified version of a given control system, and finally we are going to obtain the overall transfer function. So till then I request you all to please practice more numerical on BDRT. The thing is that you should know each and every BDRT rule, and you have to what we can say apply the logic in this particular way. The thing is that you have to first of all examine whether they are connected in series or in parallel, and then you need to solve the numerical in this fashion. Thank you.